Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Imani and I love all things planner and self-care related. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss new content. In today's video, we're actually gonna do two things. I wanna deconstruct the notes and list section because I feel like I'm not using that section enough. I'm going to walk through what I have in there. We'll take some things out and we'll figure out how to use it for the rest of the year. As you know, I'm thinking almost every day at this point about the planner I'm going to use in 2024. And if I stick with the half letter, I need to make better use of this section. So we're going to walk through what's in there currently, and then we'll plan for the upcoming week. Let's get started. So this is what you see when you immediately turn to the notes and list section. I have this month of planner card that comes in the subscription box. To be honest, I can't recall whether it's the planner stationery box or the pen box. And I'm thinking through because I usually just get both. So I really don't know whether it's one box or the other, or perhaps both, but I really do like these. The only thing, of course, that I don't like is the fact that it starts on Sunday. Otherwise, it works really well for me. So after or behind this planner card, there are quite a few layering moments happening. So I have this paper clip. I'm pretty sure I got that from Amazon. Here is what you see immediately. I have some planner cards up there. I have the Resilience dashboard from Cloth and Paper. On the back, you would have seen this layering moment. I have the Future's Always Beginning Now and the Step Forward planner cards. I think these are both from the September boxes, but I just really liked how this looked together. So I put it back here, but like I said, I don't use this often, so I don't even really see it. Then I have this Luxuriate bookmark. We'll take that out. To be honest, I don't really look at that either, right? So then I have the meeting notes inserts. I know at one point I wanted to use the notes and list section for the board meetings for the nonprofit board that I sit on, but I have been using my laptop lately and that works really well for me, so I'm going to keep with that. So I don't really use the meeting notes inserts. Then we have kind of like the well-being section. So that's the well-being beginning sort of dashboard. I remember this one, the 100-day tracker. Obviously I haven't used that. As you can see, it's blank. I don't even know where the notepad is, y'all. That just goes to show, like, sometimes, like, I'm really well intentioned and I really have a desire to use the things, but depending on where it's placed in my planner, I might not use it. So I have the 1 minute habit. It's a dashboard, but it's almost like an insert, right? Because you can select different goals to practice. What I would have loved maybe on the back if they put circles but like left a blank space for you to write some of your goals, so then that way, you know, if I had some yearly self-care goals, I could have placed different circles, sticky notes on there to indicate, you know, I'm focusing on that goal that week. But the goals that they provided are actually pretty good. I stuck it in the notes and list section and completely forgot about it. So next up, we have what I really need to use this section for, and that's some task delegation inserts. I know I probably have a few back here. I think what I'm thinking about doing is using the notes and list section for obviously notes and lists. Right now, I kind of have my 30 by 30 goals and my yearly goals, my quarterly goals right in the calendar section, in the schedule section. That's the name of the tab. But I'm thinking about placing it back here because I think that's a little bit more intentional instead of keeping it up there. If you have like the same sort of divider setup, let me know, how do you use the notes and list section, because I need some inspiration, but that's what I'm thinking. Next up is just this random project insert. It's just one. And I think that goes to show I don't really plan projects on one insert. Like I use the notebooks to plan any projects or upcoming content. If I need to brainstorm, that's what I use the notebooks for. This really for me isn't enough space. But I think this might be enough space if you're planning, for example, like a Thanksgiving meal. I think that's really good to use that project insert for. And I'm trying to think of other ideas. If you use the project insert, put some comments below. Give us all some inspiration on how you use it. So after those inserts, there is this kind of section that I really want to revamp, and it's the inbox and outbox section. I know that Ashley recently talked about leveraging that system. I need to go find that talk somewhere because right now I don't really use it a lot. But this is the inbox dashboard, and then you have these dashboards behind it. I have a mind map. I remember this dashboard, is it Fika? I have no idea how to pronounce it. It's just a Swedish concept that reminds you of taking breaks. I think it's really beautiful, but I don't know. I don't know if it's really my planner style. So purpose is my word of the year, so I put that on the imprinted dashboard. I forgot the name of this one. I remember last year I struggled to find how to kind of circle in my word of the year, but I liked how I did this one. So it's purpose. I think I did a really good job with that. So as you can see, it's definitely dashboard heavy back there, and I think that's a way for me to compensate for the fact I have no idea how to use this section, right? So we're gonna take this out as well. So after those inserts, really those dashboards, starts kind of like the daily gratitude section. So I don't know if y'all recall these daily gratitude thought framing inserts, I think from, August at this point, September. I used it once and haven't used it again. I remember I can't see myself filling out this entire page every day. I don't mind journaling, but just filling out both sides every day was a lot for me, and I knew I wouldn't get a lot of use out of this insert. So as you can see, there's a ton of those inserts in here, and that is the bulk of notes and list section, if I'm being honest. And then I know I do have some blank pages back here. So we're gonna take out daily gratitude. I know for sure I won't use this. After the daily gratitude inserts, I have a few pages of podcast notes and random business goals back here. So I'll just kind of flip past that, but I know I want to take that out. So let's just take that out. And then there's just more dashboards. So as you can see, I'm not getting good use out of this. To be honest with you, I'm not even really using it. Is that kind of discolored? It looks discolored for me. I don't know how it looks on camera, but it's kind of odd. That's weird. They don't normally discolor, but maybe it's me. And then there's more podcast notes back here. So yeah, I'm not getting good use out of this. I like keeping the podcast notes back here, and I think I will keep them in there. As you can see, I take a lot of notes. There's a throwback to the Infinite Lotus inserts that I had. It's just so smooth. It's not really my jam right now. And then there's the outbox dashboard and more dashboards. Oh, we have more. Okay. There's the wellness section, I guess I have back here. I don't even know what's back here. Oh, the daily wellness insert. I could see myself doing this daily, but I don't use it and I don't really have a need for it. So we're not going to force something to work just because we like the insert, right? Or we have the insert. So I'm going to take all this out and we're going to revamp this section of my planner, because as you've seen, it's honestly just a lot of dashboards and unused inserts, but I think I can be a little bit more intentional and leverage that space. So let's take out everything and then we're just going to start over and revamp this section. So we're starting off on a clean slate. Here is the notes and list divider. It is a little scratched up. They are very well loved in. Here is a random bookmark sort of insert that I forgot. And then here is the finance divider. So I don't know what dashboard I want to use. I used so many here. I like the idea of keeping resiliency up there, but because we're trying to motivate myself to use this more often, I feel like we should change up what we see here. I think we should as well. Let's find a dashboard. I love the resiliency dashboard, but again, we're trying something new. I want to switch things up. So here are the options. I'm leaning towards this one. This dashboard says you have to change your mind before you change the way you live or the way you move. So I think where I am in life with the list that I use, or what I use list for, I think that's a powerful quote. And I like that layering moment. So we're gonna use this as the beginning dashboard. So we'll leave this as is. We won't layer anything on top of it, but what we will do is move the monthly and the quarterly to-do list behind that dashboard. That makes sense to me. And then we'll start with the inbox outbox system. Again, I really need to try to find Ashley's talk or maybe a blog post about the inbox outbox system. To me, I thought it was mainly like a sticky note kind of to-do list, an ongoing project or task or subtask that you're working on type of setup, but I haven't made much use of it lately, and I think that's because all of my sticky notes have been on the weekly admin insert and not on the inbox outbox system. So we're still gonna give it a try because I have those dividers and it was something that I was at least interested in at one point. So here's inbox, here's outbox. Let me throw that in there really quickly. What I want to do in between is find some notes pages. I think that is a great use of the note pages that I have. We won't put any meeting notes in there. I don't use project inserts all that much, so I'm looking for some notes pages. Let me find that. I just did a mini deep dive of my stash and I found so many types of notes pages. I think this is the more up to date. No, these are two different ones. So those are the same. This is I have to look it up because I know this is lined notes and I think, yep, this is task planners. These are two different types of lined inserts. You know me, you know I love lines, so of course I have both. We're gonna take those out and put those in here, so then that way, this is truly the notes and list section of my planner. So these are the inserts I will add to the section in between inbox and outbox. Again, this is where I will take notes. I already know one way I'm going to use these inserts, so we'll actually leave out one of the inserts because we'll plan on that later on. But I like this so far, so let me throw these in the planner. Okay, so we have the inbox section. Maybe we'll throw a few sticky notes on there so we can get started with planning on that. I want to use and leverage these inserts or these cute stickies because I definitely have not yet. At least not to the extent that I want to. And it's such a beautiful color palette that I want to keep it up there. This is kind of too small for me to write on, but we'll give it a try, you know? I'm not opposed. Okay, so that's the inbox section. Those are the notes and list inserts for when I need them. And then there's the outbox. The next section is going to be dedicated to the podcast, the IG live notes that I take when I'm listening to those respective mediums. I don't use Half Letter as much to do that anymore. I use the notebooks. They give us so many notebooks, which I love, but it's still a lot. So I'm trying to use the notebooks as well. I don't know what dashboard I want to use for the beginning of the learning section of notes and lists, but let me take a quick look at them. You know, let's use purpose. It's my word of the year. I think we could make a connection between, you know, me listening and learning and trying to grow my mindset with purpose. So because those are linked, I feel like that's a good use of that dashboard. So we have inbox, outbox, we have the beginning of the learning section. Let's put my notes back into my planner so I have them. Here is the little sticky note divider that I had. As you can see, that's been there for a long time because that is peeling off. And I've never seen that happen. So that has been on there for a very long time. And then we will add our notes back into the planner. The last thing to do for notes and lists is add those more decorative elements, or at least to me, this is what I mean by decorative. That includes the calendar card and maybe some planner cards. I think I want to minimize this a little bit by putting this maybe over here. Yeah, I want to keep it minimal. I really do want to keep it minimal. So maybe we'll put that here. Where there's a will, there's a way. And then we have the dashboard, the divider, and the monthly planner card. And we'll just stick a paper clip there. Oh, it didn't get the divider. Okay, perfect. I like how that works because we turn here, I'm not missing anything major, it's just a divider. On the back, we have the monthly planner card, and then immediately after is the November list. So I have those two views side by side and I can leverage both. I like this a lot. Okay, so that is done. Let's plan for the upcoming. What's really funny is that I talked about not using this enter a lot, but I just realized that I need to do a little bit of holiday planning, so we're actually gonna start there. I'm gonna write, I don't really need this up here. I mean, I guess I could use it for a kind of brainstorming session. So up here, yeah, we'll save that for a little bit of brainstorming. Up here we'll write Christmas 2023. I should have mentioned that I'm using this all black pen. I have no idea what the name is. I know the code right here says DS0164. I don't know if that helps. I got this from Cloth and Paper, obviously. It's not my favorite pen, but it's a good one. I like the fact that the grip is kind of longer than what you typically see on a pen. So for comparison, here's the Cozy pen. And there's a little bit more real estate there, so I'm able to grip the pen really well. It just doesn't have the best like writing experience. It's not as smooth of a write. I feel like I kind of have to, you know, really get into it. So we have Christmas 2023 up there. Because it is Christmas, I will use olive to highlight. Beautiful. I still need to do a few things for Christmas. I know it's the middle of November almost, kind of still the beginning, but there are a few things that I'm responsible for around Christmas time. One of it is creating the gift exchange, so I need to write that. So I just wrote out a few to-do items that I now want to do for Christmas, and this is actually kind of soon. So I already created the gift exchange. I did that. It was probably like Thursday of this week. So we'll just write 11/9 over here. By the end of this weekend, I want to confirm everyone's email. So in my family, my nuclear family, we use an app called Elfster. This is not sponsored. It's just something that I found from work. Actually, that was really helpful with the gift exchange. It's an app. You invite everyone via email, and then the app randomizes who you get in sort of the Christmas gift exchange. So that's really helpful for me and my nuclear family because up until this year, there were 6 of us. So sometimes we would have to keep choosing names because it was inevitable that someone would get themselves. So instead of that happening over and over again, we use the app so that it's completely random. We don't have to pick multiple times. The app just tells us who we have, and then you can see their wish list. So another part of the app is that you get access to like all these websites. It's the websites we know, right? Like Amazon, Sephora, stuff like that. And then you could build a wish list, and then the person who has you for that round of gift exchange can just look at your wish list, see what you want, and it's super easy. So I need to confirm everyone's emails definitely by Thanksgiving. I want to send out the invitations. Actually, yeah. So by send out invitations, I mean like send out the invitations and hit go so that it randomizes, tell us who we have to buy the gift for, and that way we'll have about a month to shop for that person. And as far as the mini gift plan, so we still do the gift exchange, but we'll get each other like a $10 gas gift card or something like that, like not a lot of money for everyone else. So I think last year I did lottery cards for everyone. My sister has done like gift cards, gas gift cards for everyone, stuff like that. So I need to give that some thought too, but that is something that can wait. And then I want to do a few more things. So I just added 2 more items on here. Not major, those can kind of be handled in the beginning of December, but I just want to brainstorm some gifts for Ian and then finalize my budget for Christmas. And one thing I did differently this year, instead of like waiting until July to start saving, I've been saving since January, like literally $10 here, $20 here, $100 here. So I will have a decent budget. I just want to finalize it and make sure that, I could plan out everything, plan out all the gifts, get the gift exchange, and do everything without breaking the bank, because we do not want to break the bank. So this is going to go in the newly revamped notes and list section. I don't know where to put it though. Is this considered something to go in the inbox, outbox? Maybe. I actually think it is. So we're gonna leave that there, and we're gonna turn this here, and we're gonna write So one thing I want to do is update. Oh, there it goes. I thought I couldn't find my uni pen, and I was a little afraid in that moment. So I did start a new audiobook on Libby, and then this week Spotify launched its audiobook kind of I guess subscription upgrade. So if you're part of Spotify Premium, you now get 15 hours of an audiobook, which I think is pretty good. If it's a little bit thicker, it's probably going to be longer than 15 hours, but I know for me, there were definitely a few titles that I saw that were included in the 15 hours that I know that I would be interested in reading. So I can't read anything too long, but I think that's really cool that they've added that there. So we started a new audiobook in Libby. I did not wake up at 6:15, but I will tell you what I did. Up until this week, I had been waking up around like 7:20, 7:30, or getting out of bed around that time to go take a shower and get ready for work. This week, I was in the bathroom starting to get ready by 6:40, so I'm doing a lot better. And next week, I'm gonna push it a little bit earlier. So instead of 6:40, I wanna do like 6:25, 6:30, to eventually get to that 6:15 time. So I'm gonna cross that off because I love the progress for me. I did not get a chance to drop off Timber's test to the vet, but I have reached out to venues. I found my wedding planner. Thank you for all the suggestions. I am gonna go with Erin Condren, and once that comes in, once I order it and it comes in, we'll walk through that. I did call some venues. I thought about the color palette. I haven't chosen anything. Of course, I don't have any new piercings or tattoos yet, even though I think I just want to go ahead and schedule that for next week. And I still need to reschedule my doc appointment. So we're working on things. I'm going to carry this one over because there's still some things that I need to do. So we'll take that off of here. Honestly, we'll take both off. And we'll place it here. Okay, that looks good. So we'll start with weekly admin. I am gonna look here to see what the first day of the week is, and Monday is the 13th. Okay, so we'll write 13. So, you know, I'm a Monday weekly start fan. So this is the last week of my 30s, which is wild, or my 20s. Oh, duh. I'm not turning 40 next week, y'all. I'll turn 30. It's absolutely amazing. Ian's laughing in the background at me. Anyway, but it's my last week of my 20s, which is crazy to think about. That means I definitely need to get a piercing next week. So we're going to plan for a piercing on Saturday if they're open. And then I don't really think I have a lot going on in the middle of the week. I do know I have a meeting in the middle of the workday on Monday. So we'll just write meeting at 12:30 p. Yeah, other than that, it is a completely empty week. I don't have anything to do, which is nice. So that means I can get a lot of tasks done this week. It's kind of bare, but I'm not gonna force anything to be on there if there's nothing to do. So we're gonna use copper because low-key I cannot find beige around me right now. But look how that looks. I absolutely love it. Especially because we have like the beige and sticky note. I'm sorry, y'all know I love beige. So I'm gonna put this back in the planner, this insert. So a little repetitive as usual, but we'll put the meeting here. And then we'll add piercing here. And that's really it. I mean, I'm not mad at that though. There are a few things I know I want to do. I mean, the 17th is payday. So we'll just write payday down there, which means that Thursday, always take some time out to plan out the next paycheck. So write plan check. As you can see, I did change up the pen that I'm using. This is another pen that doesn't have kind of a name on it. If this helps, the code on there is AGPH8015. Other than that, I can't really read anything. Oh, I think it might be M and G, like M&G. Of course, it's from Cloth and Paper, so you can always check to see if it's still there. I will as well. First things first, I did not realize how much I like this pen. I enjoyed that writing experience. Here, when I wrote with the other pen, I don't even know if it really is easy to see, but it just wasn't as smooth of a writing experience. This is so smooth. I loved that. I actually really like this pen. Okay, this needs to stay out on my desk more often. We're gonna use copper again to highlight just the to-dos and the tasks. So lots of copper. And then, as always, we highlight the week and some of the important tasks, which I don't really need a color palette at this point. Piercing. Definitely need to reschedule that doctor's appointment. My nail appointment is the following week, so the 21st. I need to pick a nail design. And this early wake up is important. I'm realizing that when I wake up earlier, I have my full routine down. So I take my vitamins, I do my gratitude. So that's working really well for me and my self-care as well. I love this. I love this. This is giving me all of the fall vibes. I feel refreshed again. I feel better about the notes and list section of my planner. Although the planner is a little bit thinner, it's much more intentional than it was even 5 minutes ago before I started this video. So that is all that we're gonna plan for in the upcoming week. As always, if you have any questions about the products you've seen in today's video or something I said, please let me know in the comments box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.